Yeehaw! I am back. Infinity Katie has its Mafaria. I had to take a long break. That blasphemous stream took a chunk out of me. Can't believe I finished that. I'm so glad I finished that. Anyway, that game's now gone from my SSD. Never to be played again. Never to be played again. Yeah, at the end of the stream I said I'd be back in 10 minutes, but it turned out I would have to take a break for 90 minutes. Yeah, that stream was tough. Anyway, I'm back for some Higurashi. Probably not gonna be reading for too long, maybe an hour and a half. Time for Blasphemous 2. No, I'm not touching Blasphemous series. I'm done. Supposedly it controls a lot better. I've read reviews, but still not touching it. I've had enough. Let's play Higurashi. Find out what's happening. Remember if game capture works for this. Okay, game capture does not work. There we go. Higurashi when they cry. Oh wait, I should have done continue. End of chapter 1. Okay. Took a little too easy on the morning of my day off. I was totally late. Today was the day Rena and Mion were going to show me around Hinamizawa. Rena and Mion are already waiting at the meeting place. Why does she have a gun? Kei-chan, you're late. Sorry. The show I was watching last night was really interesting. Blame that. Oh, so that's your excuse for being late and keeping 2 girls waiting. Kei-chan, you just got here yourself. Bacon Regent, riha. You're doing good. I have recovered from my blasphemous salt pit. That's it. Kei-chan, you just got here yourself. Last night's episode of A Day in the Life of was interesting, wasn't it? She was just as guilty as me. Rena was carrying a pretty heavy-looking handbag. What is that? It was a salty stream. No, the game was trying to make me salty, but I mostly stayed salt-free. I was like miso level of salt, but not salty. Just savory. Neon answered my unspoken question with a wink. That's right, Rena really did make a picnic. Huh? Make a picnic? Kei-chan, after you left, Rena pulled out all the stops. It's not like I forced her to do it. It was nothing, so don't worry about it, okay? Meat Claw's so cute. She's been like this since last night, you know? Can you take responsibility for this? Alright. I'm a man after all. I'll take responsibility. Huh? Responsibility? For what? For what? Neko ears. Oh yeah, why is that still on? Remove the Neko ears. Oh shoot, I skipped a bunch of text. As we both turned around slowly to look at Rena, our gazes drifted downwards to the massive handbag she was carrying. It didn't seem logically feasible that it would be entirely filled with lunchboxes. Except this was Rena we were talking about here. About 2 kilos, I guess. When Rena was picking it up, I could see she was struggling a bit. I say 5. You're exaggerating. Keiichi-kun is a boy after all. I thought he could probably eat a lot, so I made a lot, okay? Let's get going. Heave-ho! Just from the way she was lifting it up, I couldn't believe the only things in there were lunch boxes. Correction, I say 5 kilos too. Who's speaking this line? Rena? I'll help out, but all of it needs to be eaten. I won't forgive you if you make... Wait, no, it's Mion. I'll help you out, but all of it needs to be eaten. I won't forgive you if you make Rena sad, got it? The only thing I could do at the moment was to exercise a bit to make myself hungrier. Having finished with the pleasantries, we began our leisurely stroll, a carefree walk bathed in the gentle morning sunlight. I couldn't have even imagined something so wholesome existed during my time in the city. These were the boonies after all. No slovenly desk jockeys trudging to work on the weekend out here. It really was a nice place, peaceful and quiet. Peaceful and quiet. As sparsely populated as the village was, you could still run into people just by walking around. Ah, good day, good day. Oh, you would be Maebara-kun, I believe. My 2 companions exchanged greetings with everybody we ran across. All these passerby even knew my name. When did I become this famous? We passed 3 people, and when all 3 of them knew me, I started to feel a bit paranoid. Okay, good. Now the paranoia is setting in. It's a bit sad to say everyone knows everyone since there are so few people here in Hinamiza. So that means when a familiar face walks by, they automatically assume it's that Maebara fella who just moved here. Yeah, that's how it works out. It was a process of elimination you could only pull off in a place like this, but it was quite effective. From now on, I'd better make sure to maintain a good reputation. The day I'm discovered accidentally gawking at a dirty magazine in the bookstore, I can expect all the villagers labeling me as a lech by the next day. Hinamiza is not to be trifled with. That's not the end of this nightmare. Of course I know them. The first person we met was old man Takezo from the Makino bike shop. His hobbies are bonsai and playing the flute. Next we met the grocer's second son, Daisuke-kun. His hobby is sharpshooting, and he hopes to be an ace sniper in the future. And the person we just met was Mio-san, the nurse from the clinic. Her hobbies are bird watching and photography. How do they know all the hobbies as well? We know the names of everyone we passed by, and even their profiles. Seeing my surprise, Mion and Rena exchanged looks and burst into laughter. Well, yeah, we're not like the city, where people hardly know their neighbors. Then let's try this out. You there, who am I? You're Keiichi Maebara, you say some mean things, but you're actually a kind, shy person. It's been 3 weeks since you transferred here. Your hobby is taking afternoon naps. Lately, you switched over to wearing boxers, didn't you? Wait, how does she know what kind of underwear that MC's wearing? That's enough, that's enough. Boxers? Enough of that. Apparently there's absolutely nothing you can keep hidden here. Hinamizawa was not a place to be trifled with. I guess she saw some laundry? This feels more like you guys are showing me off rather than showing me around. That's right. We're parading around like this after all. Don't you all think so too? That Kei-chan is fitting right in here in Hinamizawa. The population in Hinamizawa is shrinking, so the villagers welcome anybody who's new here. I thought about brushing it off with something to the effect of "you're kidding me," but I held back. Had I ever greeted someone who just moved into the city like this before? Thinking about that made me believe what they said wasn't a joke after all. We passed another person. Of course we were called out again. Out to again the same way. Oh my, good day. It's wonderful seeing you getting along. This lady here is Fujishima-san. Good day. Oh my, Maebara-kun. How wonderful for you to have a lovely girl on each arm. How are you? Getting used to life here? Instead of regurgitating a prepared response like I would have in the city, I responded with an emphatic nod. The population's shrinking. Maybe they shouldn't have set the shrinking rays on. Hi, Dad. Hi, Dad. I mean, Sorcy. Good. As I looked back over to Rena and Mion, they gave me a wink. So, now then. About time to have lunch, maybe. Rena's brilliant smile signaled the approach of an event that both Mion and I were trying to forget. We both looked at each other. I'm a man, I'll do what I can. But it's just too much. It's fine, Kei-chan, leave it to this old man. Mion has never seemed as reliable as she does right now. I'd expect no less from the plus rap. Rena, if we are going to eat, we might as well go somewhere with a good view. Oh, yeah. Good idea, I agree. Rena nodded her head happily in response to Mion's proposal. Saw this recommended, looked comf. Yeah, it's very comfy for now, but this is supposed to be like a thriller visual novel, horror thriller visual novel, if I'm not mistaken, so put your seatbelts on, hold tight because the roller coaster is about to get going, maybe in another half an hour, I don't know. So far it's been like an hour and a half or 2 hours of comfy exposition. Comfy horrors beyond my comprehension. I don't know if there's going to be any comfy there, but we'll see. J10 Niha. Pressing the top of a stone stairway, a shrine drawn straight out of my imagination appeared before us. It had worn down a bit through the years, but the fallen leaves had been swept up, giving it a tidy feeling. This here is the Furude Shrine. It's probably the place with the best view around. This place, be sure to remember it. On our next break, a festival will be held here. Oh, isn't it a bit too early in the season for a festival? The Watanagashi isn't a summer festival. Long ago, it used to be a celebration of the end of winter. I was embarrassed for assuming that festivals had to be held in the summer. Cool gamer, hello. Hi, Oshi, me, you're Oshi? Welcome. First time seeing an Love at first sight, huh? But sorry, we don't do gachikoi here. No loving the streamer. You know it's Japan because there's an endless cicadas that always sound in every drawn form of media imaginable. I mean, but this is how Japan and Korea also sounds like in the summer. 수수리님 니하. 팬미신이시라는 건 기분 탓이었나요? 사실 90 미니셨는데 제가 잘못 말했어요. 90분을 실수로 10분이라고 추려 말했네. Now then, spread out the lunchboxes and there. Rose-colored lunchboxes were placed one after the other on top of the plastic sheet. It sure did smell delicious. It was Rena's home cooking. It went without saying that it would be delicious. Elf time compared to human time. No, it turned out Blasphemous had taken a bigger toll on me than I thought, so I had to take a longer break. But is it even possible to finish all this? Hey, Mion, it'll take more than just a good view to get this all down, you know? Good afternoon. It was Rika-chan and Satoko. Why are they here? Mion grinned over at me. I see, this is our secret plan to power in numbers. You have my thanks, Mion. Following up when all the pieces are in place is my specialty. We just had to come since there was such a commotion. Oh wait, no, this is Satoko. We just had to come since there was such a commotion. What is the meaning of this? Take a look, it's time for lunch. Buffet style. A handmade gourmet meal by Rena. I can see that much. Why have you laid out a trap on our property? The temple is public grounds, it's not yours. H is right, this is everyone's property. Wow, Rika-chan is such a good girl. Senpasriha, ahoy. Have a seat, eat with us. After opening up a spot for Rika-chan, I promptly turned my back to Satoko. Hold on 1 second, where's my spot? No spot for you and nothing for you to eat. Don't worry, there's some for you too. None, I'll eat all of hers. Wait, who's saying this? I will not allow that. Is this Satoko speaking? I will not allow that, Rika! Here, chopsticks. Both Satoko and I left at the boxes, having it out with each other. Man, really, Kei-chan, you're really good at leading people on. You might have a talent for this. Have a plate, one for Mi-chan and Nika-chan too. Rena whipped out pairs of chopsticks and paper plates. If we don't hurry, it'll all be eaten up. That's right. Okay, shall we commence this battle? Please eat a lot. There's enough for everyone. Rena said as she opened up a thermos. What's in the thermos? Miso? Just then I realized this lunchbox was made under the assumption that 5 people would be eating. It didn't change how much there was, but the implication behind it was different. I will not allow you to have this hamburger. Using your elbow is against the rules, Satoko. Grabbing the back of my collar is also against the rules. It was a tough battle, blocking with her full momentum. And an elbow in the opening moves, Satoko appeared to have the upper hand, but the difference in our proficiency with chopsticks proved to be fatal and gave me the upper hand. Ah, that was the last meatball. Satoko Hojo Satoko has been bested. Nom. Meanwhile, the camera pans to like 20 burgers that are perfectly untouched. No, they're gonna be eating it all. Satoko and I amiably began choking at the same time, falling backwards and spasming. That does not sound good. Is this our first bad end? We ate too much. Rika-chan patted me on the head to clear it, even though it is actually stuck in my throat. Seeing that made Rena blush and breathe heavily in excitement. It is almost like flowers are floating all around her. Mion advised Rena to refrain from saying anything that could get her locked up. This is how our meals usually go. I do anything in my power, just so things could stay like this. Foreshadowing! The intense battle calmed, and finally everyone reached a point where they could begin talking. Receiving tea from the thermos, I let out a small sigh. I do wonder why there are so few words in Japanese to praise how something tastes. Umai, oishii. Just so things could stay like this, fighting to the death for food. They were only half jokingly fighting. Isn't it because the idea of togetherness during a meal didn't begin until the modern era? It seems that long ago people ate in silence. It must have made the people preparing the food a bit sad, don't you think? It's probably because back then people were busy even while eating, and didn't have the time to complement the flavor. That's just you. But, you know, just hearing that it's good makes me happy. And my effort was worth it, I mean. She blushed a little as she said that. Her blushing face always makes her look so old because of that single wrinkle. It is delicious. It was absolutely perfect timing. Rika-chan struck Rena directly with a praise. She looked straight at her with an expression of bewitching innocence. Aww. After Rena uttered an unintelligible noise, a ring of smoke rose from her head with an audible poof. Rika-chan, I'm gonna take you home. No, I mean... Thank you. It was really delicious. Rena flushed red with excitement, embracing Rika-chan and rubbing her cheek against her so hard you could almost hear it. He really does age like 20 years with it. Boing. To reward Rika-chan for her praise, ta-da! These are special. 2 apple rabbits. After sticking toothpicks into them, she thrust them toward Rika-chan. After Rika-chan accepted them, the mood suddenly shifted in a bizarre way. What is it, Satoko? What's with that defiant look? Has everyone prepared proper praise to receive apples from Rena-san? Don't push yourself. What kind of praise can you think up with your weak vocab? Oh, well then, allow me to show you. After Satoko flashed Mion and me a defiant look, she changed the tone of her voice suddenly. Hey, so Rena-ne-chan's lunch. Satoko thought it was yummy too. Satoko looked up at her proudly while talking cutesy. How was that a praise? That's not even a persuasion by tears. That's persuasion by cuteness, isn't it? This is a Rena limited special skill. She blushed and her head spun, waving around in circles. No, don't fall for it, Rena. There's just something about girls with guns. I do not understand why she has a gun holster and, I don't know, a BB gun maybe? Ah, of course, that was asking for the impossible. Rena glommed Satoko and began rubbing her cheek against her. Cute. Satoko's so cute. Take you home. Whoosh. Stab. Push. Hatoko was also presented with apple rabbits. After stuffing them into her mouth, she looked over at Mion and me again with that defiant gaze. It took only 5 seconds to take down Rena. That's unfair. To think she had such a trick. If it upsets you so much, why not reward Rena-san with some praise? Damn it. That was a dirty trick. First of all, that wasn't even a praise. Satoko, you think you've won it with that, don't you? How about I show you guys something much better than your superficial gimmicks? That sounds great, Mion. What kind of trick is it? Kei-chan is going to be the one who does it. What? Why don't I have you show me then? The writhing of an old maid. The writhing of an old maid. The plan of attack she suggested was wicked, but it was the only thing we had to beat Satoko. After sipping my tea, I started talking very naturally and calmly. Writhing. Perfectly. Writhing. Writhing? It really is good, isn't it? This is all freshly made, right? No, actually most of it, almost all of it was frozen stuff, Nani. Then which ones did you make fresh? Well... It's embarrassing. Do I really have to say it, must I? From the synergy of boy plus handmade lunchbox, her expression had melted into euphoria. It's like writing, but with extra steps. I already know this one, right? Huh? Huh? Rena turned even deeper shade of red. The words, "I can't believe it," practically written on her face. How can you tell? How? That I made it. Of course, Mion had told me beforehand. It's been perfect. It's been perfect so far. After acting like I was shy, I waited a beat. Next would be the finisher. It had your smell. Silence enveloped the area. Rena's face, still completely red, froze solid. With a small yelp, Satoko also blushed. Of course I did too. I sure would like to try one of Rena's handmade apple rabbits, or something. Even if this was all because I was competing against Satoko, I felt like I'd crossed the line by a good 9 yards, I think. Then at that moment, there's a Tupperware container filled with rabbits. Please eat some, Keiichi-kun. Her face keeps blushing redder and redder. She turns into a tomato. Everyone screams sporadically. Why sporadically? There's plenty for you. In an instant, dozens of the apples were shoved into my mouth, knocking me over. Okay, Keiichi. Oh wait, no, this is Rena. Okay, Keiichi-kun. My head was forcefully laid upon her lap, and even more apples were shoved into my mouth. While she was squealing, one apple after another was forced into my mouth. More and more apples. How about him, assholes? Hahoko. Looks like he win. He's a feeder. Like my grandma. Hey, John, that was a beautiful sacrifice. How's that, Satoko? This is our complete victory, isn't it? I can't believe it. Such trickery. It doesn't bother me at all. Satoko ground her teeth, mortified. Get it. I claimed victory as my consciousness drifted slowly away from me. At that time, Rena stopped her squealing as she suddenly realized something. Rika-chan, you're not eating it? Did the salt water make it too strong, maybe? Maybe? Looking over, Rika-chan had pulled a toothpick out of the apple rabbit, placed it in her cupped hands, and seemed to be at a loss of what to do. Poor Mr. Rabbit, I feel sorry for him. I want to save him. That was the sound of blood spurting from Rena's nose. Tonight I will take you home. She shook sporadically, her head wobbling back and forth. Then coming back to her senses, she took all of the apples around me, gathered them up with a flip, 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 and fixed them back up, and back up on a plate. This is such like early 2000, late 90s writing. Now they're all just fine, Kay. Here, I'll give them to you, Rika-chan. Okay? Rika-chan raised up Satoko's hand like a referee after having that plate of rabbits shoved onto her. She whispered, "This is our victory." What? A comeback? 아주 성쾌해요. Literal moe blobs. Thus, my sacrifice ended up being in vain. Was that chapter 2? It was a fun-filled, crazy day. But as soon as the sun began to set at the end of the day really did come quickly. Later, Rena and Kei-chan. See you tomorrow. Thanks for today, Mion. I had a great time. See you tomorrow. Katoko and Rika-chan went home as well. We parted ways with Mion, and it ended with just Rena and myself enjoying the evening air on our way home. Thanks for coming today, Keiichi-kun. Was it fun? Yeah, lots of fun. Almost feels like a waste to go home now. Then, well, would you mind taking a little detour maybe? Maybe? Detour? Is it far? It's a bit of a walk, but it won't take long. Is it about to hit the fan? Since we had been walking around all day, I must have seemed a bit tired. Not feeling like teasing Rena, I quietly nodded. Traversing a small path up a small hill, the land suddenly stretched out before us, soon TM. There, what looked like the remains of a dilapidated construction site came into view. Don't mind the skeletons, they're decoration. It's all fake. A large heap of garbage spread out off towards the swamp. Probably illegal dumping. I recalled it being in the newspaper. It's been quite a while. I wonder what's here. When you say it's been a while, you mean the business you had here. Was this garbage pile? Not garbage. To me, it's a pile of treasure. And I had already entered that well-known cute mode of hers. So that meant there was something cute here. Whoa, a new pile. I can't wait. Oh wait, no, that was Rena. Oh, a new pile. I can't wait. She bounded up the unstable slope. I'd expect no less from a born and bred country girl. Hey, wait, I'm coming. Whoa! My city-raised self was completely pitiful. It's alright, just stay there, Cage-kun. It won't take long. Rena kindly declined my compliments. Don't fall, watch your step. I'm fine, I'm fine. Went to visit a vehicle graveyard. No, I think it's just a dump site. Illegal dump site with many things. This is nothing at all. Literally bounding up the heap of trash, Rena disappeared over the other side. I didn't like being left behind, but I was still pretty tired from the whole day, so I just ended up waiting. Without the lively Rena around, the surrounding area quickly fell into silence. Nothing more romantic than that, to be fair. I know, right? The cry of the Higurashi gently cooled the air. Fairly exhausted, I began to feel a little sleepy. Just then, a sudden noise of scattering pebbles alerted me to somebody's presence. Startled, I turned around. Standing there was a typical-looking photographer. He spied over at me through his camera. His body was tanned and fit, but something about him seemed unreliable, and he had a bit of an aloof air about him. Well, it didn't seem like he was a bad guy in any case. Whoa, you surprised me! Although startled when I turned around, he overplayed his reaction. That was my line. I'm the one who surprised you. My bad. I didn't mean to startle you. Are you from Hinamizawa? I gathered that he wasn't from that question. Unfazed by my suspicious outlook, he introduced himself without my prompting. I'm Tomitake. Just you and me and all this garbage that probably smells like death. Freelance photographer. Uh-oh, Riel's playing H games again. No H in this game. The only H is Rena. He is a true H here. I come to Hinamizawa from time to time. I didn't ask you who you are. Quite rude to photograph someone without consent, one would think. My bad. I mainly photograph wild birds. They can't refuse, you see. So what, you're saying I'm the same as birds? No, well, you see, that image of a young man in the twilight was just picturesque. I apologize for trying to take your picture without asking. Adults are pretty slick. All that annoyance I felt for being startled just flew away as he buttered me up. I had no intention of hanging around with this guy trying to get cozy with me, except it didn't seem like Rena would be back soon. But this older guy, Tomitake-san, he didn't mind my cautious responses and continued rambling on by himself. More like G games since we were in the garbage pile. Hey, H-kun, sorry to keep you waiting. I'm finished now. Rena popped her head out from one of the lower piles of garbage and waved her hand. Have someone with you? What will she be doing over there? That's what I wanted to know. Don't know. Maybe she's checking on that dismembered corpse that was out here long ago. Tomitake-san looked shaken up by that for a moment. Uh-oh. I responded like I would if I were talking with Rena and the others. It was quite a disturbing incident. They still haven't found one of the arms. Hey, H-kun, sorry to keep you. You're waiting a while, I guess. I'd best leave you two lovebirds alone. Again, my apologies for startling you, Cage-kun. Why is he so casual about it? Because he's joking about there being a dismembered corpse. Or he thought he was joking, except everyone else here knows that's the truth. Tomitoke-san chortled suggestively, then disappeared into the twilight. Missing my chance to retort put me off a bit. H-kun, are you angry? Why, I wonder. It wasn't Rena's fault, so I decided to just brush it off for now. How was it? Find a treasure trove? Oh yeah, listen. See, there was a Colonel Sanders doll. A Colonel Sanders doll. Oh, that thing. Those statues they always have out in front of that fried chicken place. That life-size dummy? Yes, Colonel Sanders. Ah, so cute. I want to take it home. I couldn't tell how she decides what's cute or not, but well, she seems to want it. It's garbage, right? No one would care if you just took it home, right? It's become the base of another pile. I can't dig it out easily. There's no lamppost over there, so it'll get dark pretty soon. Rena seemed quite down about finding a treasure and not being able to bring it back. I'll help you out to repay you for that delicious picnic prepared today. Surprised to see life-size stuff. I always thought she was talking about like a small figurine-sized one. Thank you. Birds heading home to roost proclaimed that nightfall would soon be upon us. H-kun is going to help. I can take Colonel Sanders home. Aww. Rena staggered along as if intoxicated in her dreamy state of mind. I tried asking her in a way that wouldn't take her out of her cheery state. Hey Rena, long ago did something happen here? Like they were building a dam here. I don't know the details though. Aww. Just wondering if you knew about, an accident or something. I don't know. Her tone was disturbingly frank. It sounded more like a denial than an answer. I must have appeared rather dumbstruck. Rena quickly lightened her expression. Actually, I didn't live here until a year ago. Huh? You transferred here too? I was sure that... But you see, I don't really know much from before that. Okay, now things are finally getting interesting. Is Rena lying to us? Sorry, teehee, star. Don't really know. Don't want to talk about it. That was the kind of feeling she gave me. Thinking about it, of course it would be like that. This wasn't the type of thing girls would enjoy talking about. This is the kind of character that blushes if you ask what time it is. She's always blushing. Said good morning and she was blushing. It was quite a disturbing accident. It seems they haven't been able to find one of the arms. It's just like oh wait, no, that's Tomitake-san saying. I thought... So Tomitake was saying, you have someone with you? What does she be doing over there? That's what I wanted to know. Don't know, maybe she's checking on that dismembered corpse that was out here long ago. Tomitake-san looked shaken up by that for a moment. Uh-oh, I responded like I would if I were talking with Rena and the others. It was quite a disturbing incident. They still haven't found one of the arms. I see, so that was Tomitake saying that. It was quite a disturbing incident. It seems they haven't been able to find one of the arms. Oh wait, no, he's just... Okay, this isn't Rena speaking. Ichi is just reminiscing. Is just remembering what Tomitake said. Then I had a feeling only Higurashi would know. Chapter 2, maybe. We have received new tips. The Maibara mansion, the dam side murder. This game failed to see the huge upturn in murder podcasts popular among female demographics. Is that true? I don't like reading or listening or talking about incidents, accidents, and things like that. Because, yeah, it makes me disturbed. Usually comes up with normie girls. Normie? I don't know what that is. Can't be me. I should view the tips, but I don't want to view the tips because they're long. And I just want to progress. I just want the story to progress. We all just finished Catholic maxing. She's absolved of sin. Temporarily. Being absolved doesn't make you immune. Let's quickly skim this. From June 1979. Ishibone City, Okinomiya Police Station, June, late at night. Suspects were arrested on suspicion of murder and improper disposal of a corpse. The main offender has been added to wanted lists nationwide. According to our sources, 6 suspects were at the Hinamizawa Dam construction site workroom on B9 at 9 p.m., where they were suspected to have assaulted and murdered a site overseer as a group, dismembering his body and hiding it. At 8 o'clock in the morning, a report was filed by the Shishibone City Hospital in which a male suspect alluded to having murdered. When questioned at the police station, the individual confessed to the crime. Since a portion of the body was recovered at the location he gave, he was arrested that afternoon on suspicion of murder and mutilation of the corpse. The rest of the suspects were arrested the same day, but the main culprit is still at large. Police are currently on his trail. The motive is purported to be a drunken verbal dispute, during which he killed the victim in a fit of anger. However, as there are multiple inconsistencies with their testimonies, the investigation is ongoing. She's playing an H game again, so guilty, guilty, guilty. This is not an H game. What are you talking about? There are no H games on Valve Steam. The Maibara Manor. Okay-chan, you're not stinking rich. What is this all of a sudden? Did I come to school in a limo before? There are so many H games on Steam. Can't be. No way. Uh-oh. Not on Steam Say So Christian platform. How much do you get for a monthly allowance? About $10. My, that's a rather plebeian amount. His lunch is made up of normal stuff. He isn't rich. What are they talking about? To be asked out of nowhere how much I get and then told that's a plebeian amount. I have a library to show. Yasuriha. Sorry. Rena seemed to pick up on my dubious expression and started giggling. Hey Chang, your house, it's pretty big, yeah? So the architecture has people all around Hinamizawa calling it the Maibara Manor, and it sorta stands out. Maibara Manor? Since the house is so big, everyone is gossiping, wondering exactly how rich you are. See, now I get it. While the frame of it is huge, I see how it could cause some misunderstandings. From my deduction, I wager they spent too much money on building the house, and that is why they are now broke. Being broke, how very, very unfortunate. Yuka-chan took pity on me as she patted my head. We go from being treated like a millionaire to a bagger. Yeah, sorry for ruining your imagination, but we are not millionaires nor poor. We're the image of a normal average household. You can't call it normal with that huge house. The entranceway is all grand, and the gate is large enough for a large truck to get through. That's not normal at all. They do say the bigger your house, the more prosperous you are. The reason the house is so big is because of Dad's studios in it too. There are a bunch of different workshops and lots of his works are hung up in different places. All of them are huge too. For those reasons, the family actually uses only a third of the house for day-to-day living. We've planned it out so people and cars could come in to see the gallery he opens up in the house someday. I actually keep my Steam completely decensored because I find it funny. Check out the daily top searches. Trial of the Tomb. That's a gamba. Click to discover. I mean, would an H game? Not that they exist on Steam, but if they existed on Steam's Christian platform, would it ever be a top daily search? I don't think so, would it? Those, not that they exist on Steam, but if they existed on Steam, are so minor compared to like other games. I'm not a secret millionaire, what are you saying? Not only do they exist, no, they don't exist on Steam. What are you talking about? They don't exist on Steam, therefore I'm not playing one right now. Because I got mine from Steam. By the way, the entranceway Mion is talking about is one for the studio and is normally sealed off. They so frequently dominate the top search. This must be fake news. Gina must be spreading fake news. The entranceway to the Maibara family actually is a very plain and simple one. The interior is much different from how it looks on the outside. I'd really like a chance to explore Kei-chan's house. Claiming not to be rich, but having a home like that could be hidden there. Maybe there's something cute hidden. Aww. Just a bunch of skeletons for decoration, not real ones. They probably had no money to purchase furniture, so it's filled with Spartan rooms. If there are carpeted rooms, I would love to try rolling around on the floor. No, tatami is so much better for that. Carpet gets so dusty. Wow, that'd be great. Wait, who's speaking? Is this Rena speaking or is this Setsuko? That'd be great, so great. I want to roll around too. Seems like their imaginations were just piling on. Well, sometime in the near future, it wouldn't be too bad to invite them all to my house. Dad is a sucker for the ladies, so he might even let them look around his studio. Oh, this title looks interesting. Tags. Tasteful content, tasteful nudity, etc. I'll admit though, the quality is so much better than Flash games from Newgrounds. Which volume of Nekopara is your favorite? The cry of the Higurashi crescendoed as the sky towered over everything. It was hot, but the air was clear. It smelled like the beginning of summer. Hey, I'm gonna read for one more chapter at most. I hope it gets interesting here. Connell Sanders? Oh, of course, that's right up her alley. I understand her wanting to take home Satoko and Mika-chan, but I can't understand the Colonel Sanders. What's so good about the four-eyed geezer? Probably better to hear it from Rena, don't you think? He'll probably just say because it's so cute. Though, does Rena often go to the construction site to hunt for treasure? Every now and then, she says she's going to have a look. Let me guess. She's trying to find the corpse. The missing arm. But a girl her age rummaging around in the garbage as well. If Rena enjoys it, then I think it's fine. What are they doing over there? Dam construction? It has been bugging me since yesterday, like an itch I couldn't scratch. It was cancelled a long time ago. Everyone gathered together and fought against it. Everyone gathered together and fought against it. Hearing an ominous word like fought come from Rika-chan's mouth startled me. Everyone gathered together and fought against it. Okay, so Hinamizawa residents opposed the dam construction because it probably would have flooded a large portion of their land. And maybe they murdered the construction manager. That's right, it was unbelievable. They said Hinamizawa would be sunk into the reservoir, and we had no say in the matter. I'm only able to be here because a protest succeeded. I'm sorry, I didn't keep you... Did I? My deepest apologies, Kate-san. It took me a while to powder my nose. Wait, was that Satoko speaking? Satoko, wait to use a can until you really have to go. It's a lot easier since it shoots right out. How dare you speak that way to a maiden of unparalleled beauty such as myself? What was she calling a maiden? If Satoko really was a maiden, she wouldn't have reacted like that. The usual hijinks ensued. What kind of sorcery? This is a visual novel from 2003. 2002? 2003. Where all the characters have meat claws for hands. Now then, gentlemen, in accordance with the rules of our society, I bring a point to discussion. He, Keiichi Maebara-kun, wishes to be included as a member in our activities. What say you? Rena has no objection. Oh, I wonder if the likes of this peasant is up to the task. Me and Satoko both approve. The three that Mion had queried voiced their approval. A unanimous decision. Congratulations, Maebara Keiichi-kun. I present you the honor of being allowed to take the entrance exam for our club. Start from the beginning. I didn't say I would join. Wait, no. Start from the beginning. I didn't say I would join. What club is this? What our club does, you see, in order to cope with our complicated society, we perform various activities under different sets of rules. Sometimes they're in your favor, and sometimes they will work against you. What is this, Proto-SOS Brigade? Yeah. Riel commenting on an H game. Nah, this girl's pretending to be a maiden. Guilty. Not an H game. I'm pretty weak, so I prefer if you didn't single me out. Let's try to get along. Wait, is this Rena speaking? I'm so confused. You're so naive, Rena. The law of the jungle is the survival of the fittest. This is starting to sound a bit sketchy. So what kind of club was it? To sum it up, it's a club where we play games together. Mika-chan was the only one to answer my question with a pertinent response. So basically this club put Mion's hobby of collecting games to use. By playing the various games that Mion had hoarded every day, it seemed that depending on the day there were prizes for the winner or penalty for the person who finished in last place. I will make this clear right now, we are not playing house here. You should treat each win or loss as if your life depends on it, alright? Is that foreshadowing? Playing a game of life and death. A game of death. I'm hungry. 고프다. Surely everything will be fine and wholesome. Surely. What could possibly go wrong? When they cry is just a false flag. Finish the chapter, you can go eat, but if you get food, you'll have to eat and stream. And eat and stream. Borgar King. I had a wappa earlier this week, it was good. Wappas are pretty good. As far as, you know, fast food burgers go. Paid extra for cheese and bacon. I never ever pay extra for like edit topping. The minimal burger for me. Oh, interesting. This burger place doesn't have cheese by default. Processed cheddar cheese, extra $1. Mapleland has food delivery at 2 a.m. Very, very, very limited, yes. It would cost me about $13 to get burger delivered. Actually, more like 15. Could be better, could be worse. 15 USD for delivery is not that bad. Treat yourself. 15 is okay if it's everything you want. Eh. Actually, I should probably tip more the driver because it's like late. Riel is saving up for the real estate that extra avocado is going to be to break the ground. $15 for mediocrity is sadness, and I recommend ramyeon and egg and maybe a small sandal. An ice soup. Spending all on avocado toast. You know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm doing it. Buy one, get one free burger deal. Small burgers though. It's only like 380 kilocal, which is nothing. Maybe I'll add the cheese in. Extra calories. Yum, processed cheese. Yum. Now let me just add the Swiss cheese. Also the same price. I ate today once. Eat more. Why are you eating one meal? We all can afford food delivery at 2 a.m. and a yard in this economy. No, I just got a gift from a family member. Uber Eats gift card. Without it, I wouldn't be able to. Alright, I'm doing it. I'm doing it! With tip and the cheese, it's actually gonna be like $19. What a splurge. What a splurge. You need bacon too. I don't actually care for bacon in my burger, so that's okay. My go-to BK order at 2 a.m. is $17.42. Why do you have a go-to order that was an exact price? Do you order this often, huh? That's no bueno. What is a perfect burger for you? I don't like smash burger, first of all. I like juicier burgers. And for sauce, I like mayo and a bit of ketchup. There has to be onion in it. Way to denounce the theoretically best way to cook a burger. No, smash burger is not good. Such a fad, like, IPA and stuff. Cheap fad that'll fade away soon when people realize it's all been a fad and not that good. So your favorite burger is black bean smash burger? Nah. Scientifically the best burger. The science was probably funded by the Big Smash, so it's not even... doesn't even matter. Is tipping $4 too little for a 2 a.m. order? Is a delivery dude gonna, like, do things to my order? Is the restaurant gonna do things to my order? They're like, ew, why would someone order a burger at 2 a.m.? I mean, as a real defender, smash burgers are fine, but it's primarily a way to stretch cheap material further. It has nothing to do with making a good burger. Good quality meat and thick, juicy patties. Yum. Tip less, I hate tipping culture. I also hate tipping culture a lot. Because right now I'm like worried, if I tip less, is the driver gonna do something to my order? It's really dumb. Tipping's bad. You should always receive excellent customer service. They're selling their service for money. It should always be good. Not like, oh yeah, you have to pay more than the listed price. Imagine pre-tipping and the driver steals your burger anyway. I'll be so sad if that happens. Smash 4 smashed patties to make it thicker. No, it's just burnt, charred meat. It's not good. Anyway, the burger should be here, I don't know, soonish. So let's just keep reading Higurashi. That company I was saying, JP, yesterday, that turned out to be probably CN. I think conglomerating smash patties plus cheese. That could be a delicious heart stopper. Anyway, back to... Oh yeah. Whenever I order from like fast food burger places, late night especially, I get reminded of that one footage where the... What was it, McDonald's or Burger King? Where the employee is just like stepping on the lettuce with his sneakers. That made me very sad. Number 15, Burger King foot lettuce. Free foot lettuce. Anyway, with that disturbing thought pushed aside, let us continue with Higurashi to a non-disturbing, happy little village, mountain village. What could possibly go wrong? What's wrong with just having fun? Don't make it sound so crazy. Chino had been bad. The first rule of our society. Aim only for the first place. Going at it half-assed just because it's a game is not allowed. Just a game, bro. Rule number 2 of our society. For that reason, you're obligated to make all possible efforts. The way Satoko said it, it sounded like she was saying, use any means necessary. Of course, I'll do my best too. I'm pretty weak, but I'm trying my best. I knew what they were trying to say. In a game where everybody's aiming to be for the top, It's rather unsportsmanlike to just play for fun. Alright, then I too will go all out. With that, I was finally ready for the rite of initiation, my baptism into the club. A word of warning, Keita. Rena can get pretty nasty. This initiation looks like it's going to be rough. Everyone did ha. Yeah, I took a little break after Blasphemous stream and now I'm back. Also, Infinity K, sorry I missed it. Thank you for the 500 bits. Whoppa Fund with cheese and bacon. It's not Whoppa, but I will have that burger. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hold on. I just gotta make sure that this store is like countrywide and not like local. I know it's not local, but like could be like just a province. I guess there's nothing. Everyone knows which province I already live in, so I guess it doesn't really matter. But if you don't tip, they might put a needle in your patty. Ooh, that was kind of close actually. This restaurant has only limited number of stores that are open 24/7 or like late night. Is that like the razor blades and the candy? Nani? No doxing. That's why I looked up. But yeah, certain burger joint that's not Burger King, let's just say. And it should be pretty good. I typically like their burger enough. I used to eat it a lot during my uni days. Leon began fishing around in the student lockers in the back of the room. We have the games here at the school. Well, it's club equipment, so I guess that's fine. Complicated games would put Kei-chan at a disadvantage, so today we'll play a game that you should be familiar with. How about a standard card game like Old Bachelor? Alright, let's do this. Can't really get into it unless there's a penalty. This time the loser will be sentenced to having their face drawn on. What do you think? Well, it won't be oil-based paint, right? Right? Oil-based. Face painting was oil-based paint? That is perfect! Satoko cheered the idea on. She didn't even flinch at the thought of such a severe penalty. It seemed like she was raring to go. If it's going to be like this, then I can't lose either. Then I'll just cut the deck and start dealing. Old Bachelor is pretty much the same as Old Maid. There's only one difference, there's no Joker. In its place, one card is pulled out at the start, meaning there will be one card without a match left over at the end. You don't know which card will end up being the Joker. It's a pretty thrilling game. I'll take out the card now. Rena took out one card and left it face down on the table. Everybody stared at the card. Well, it'll be pretty obvious in the endgame. No way to tell at the start. But the rest of them were very serious. They didn't seem as relaxed as I was. They compared their cards to the one face down, all the while gauging each other's reactions. It was as if they could see what the face down card was. No, it couldn't be. This deck is pretty worn out. No way, can everyone tell by the scratches what the card on the table is? Remember the second rule of our society. Keiichi-san must try his hardest to win as well. A number of cards are quite unique, Keiichi-kun. Keiichi-kun should be able to remember them pretty quickly. She said that so matter-of-factly. Suits me fine. Don't think a little thing like that can be your crutch. I lashed out angrily, but it was rather obvious I was at a disadvantage. After all, they'd gone so far as to memorize the wear and tear for each individual card. This wasn't a simple game of Old Bachelor. If this was a test, then they were playing with the answer sheet in front of them. Hey, the burger's almost here. I guess that's kinda nice. No cars on the road. No other customers ordering at the same time. They're playing with the answer sheet in front of them. Bring it. I'll take advantage of your carelessness and beat you at your own game. That baseless confidence would soon be crushed. How about I tell you your hand starting from the right? 3, 4, 9, Jack, Queen. Oh, I think the burger's here. By the way, the Bachelor is a Jack of Diamonds. Arrgh. I can tell what they are even if you switch them around. I am out. Arrgh. Thought I was prepared, but for it to be this brutal, just overwhelming. Demons, you're all demons. Rena isn't a demon, are you? Sorry, Keiichi-kun. This is a 3 of hearts, isn't it? I'm out. Ah! Not even a hint of mercy. Rena, even Rika-chan. These club activities weren't to be trifled with. An alumnus of this club would definitely survive in the cruelest of situations. If our entire class had self-detonating collars strapped to their necks and were dropped into a deathmatch on a deserted island, these guys would probably take it to it like fish to water. Is this foreshadowing? Is that what's gonna happen? A battle royale with the classmates? I can already picture their joy as they hunt down each of their classmates. Oh yeah, 100% foreshadowing. It's a lowest point system. The order itself dictates the points. Whoever has the lowest point total wins. Since Keiichi finished last, he has 5 points. There's 35 marked down on my scoreboard. I think it's unfair to Keiichi-kun if we don't use a new die. Fine, it's fine. Keiichi-san is a man after all. You can turn the tables even if the odds are stacked against him, right? It's fitting for a lowly peasant to scamper home and soak their pillow in tears, don't you think? Pete hand laid itself on top of my head, which was trembling from uncontainable frustration. It was Rika-chan's. Keep on fighting, yeah. Thanks to Rika-chan's words of encouragement, I was able to calm down. Okay, let me go get my Borgar. BRB. Tadaima. Let's see. Let's see how this is. Tempus Riha. Or not Riha, thank you. Okay, the burger looks pretty well put together. Surprisingly well put together. Not too lopsided. A little lopsided, but not too lopsided. Yeah, not bad, not bad. Nom 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 nom. Okay. Thanks to Rika-chan's words of encouragement, I was able to calm down. You need to calm, especially when you're cornered. You need to be calm, especially when you're cornered. That's a power I could muster during this crisis. No, I'm still eating. Think clearly, Maebara Keiichi. Take your time and look at the cards carefully. Just as Rana said, each card has its own distinct markings that made them stand out. Memorizing them should be pretty simple. Think about what you can do in this situation. Try everything in your power to improve your chances of victory. Oh, great, Keiichi-kun, just like that! I covered the uniquely marked cards with my hands, or other cards, arranging them in such a way that they couldn't be seen. The one with the ripped corner should be the 5, and I'm out. Couldn't let any of the precious hints slip by me. All information is a weapon. Then it was my turn. Sato fanned out her cards for me. You see, I want the 7. Is this the one? I wonder about that. You won't know unless you take it. There was a bit of dismay in her expression. Like she doesn't want to take it, that kind of expression. I won't let the momentary lapse slip by me. I know, it's this one. Got it. 7 of spades. The cheer of ooh rang out. Here's a question for you filthy animals. Filthy animals. Do you eat the burger out of the wrapping, or do you hold the burger itself in your hands when you eat it? You can probably hear my choice. Depends. Filthy animals? Yes. Fast food with the burger, or with the wrapper. Can't be finger looking good if the grease isn't on the fingers. Deny myself the chance to suck clean my fingers, but your fingers are not clean after sucking them. They have the food residue and your saliva on it. If I'm on the go, wrapper on. If I'm stationary, no wrapper. I guess that's fair. You know, if it's like backyard barbecue burger, when there's no wrapper, then obviously, you know, no wrapper, but if it comes with a wrapper, then I keep it. Wow, chat's getting wild here. You guys truly are the filthy animals. Chat reflects the streamer. Nuh-uh. No way that's true when I'm super sassy like this. It's not exactly sanitary mines here. The face on screen conveys it all. This face on the left. Ahem. Alright, that's one burger down. It was 1 + 1. That's my favorite expression. You like making Satoko cry? The 7 should be the hardest one of all to tell apart. Wasn't from memorizing the markings. Those slight changes in their expressions as I was selecting a card were enough. Now, in front of the viewers, I don't know what you're talking about. Can't hide it from me, Kei-chan. This mark means it's the 2 of diamonds. Nani? She was startled by her own misread. Of course everyone else was too. Well, it's rare that Mi-chan gets a card wrong. No, Kei-chan, could it be you? They told them apart by different marks. That mark was a nail scratch, so I put a new one on it. Are you saying you disguised it as the 2 of diamonds? What an impressive show of wit. Keiichi landed a clean hit. Clap, 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 clap. That's great, Keiichi-kun. That was an incredible match, you know. Having defeated the Forerunner, Mion, by my brilliant battle left me ecstatic. By total points, it was already set in stone that Mion would win and I would finish last. I laughed haughtily, selecting the tone of my voice carefully to get on Mion's nerves. Well, I'm going to end up the loser, but I'm satisfied with one-upping Mion at the end. Fahahaha. That should be the proverbial slap in the face to Mion, who was at the top already and ensured victory. Even if Kei-chan gets first place this round, he will still end up last place overall. Don't you hate that? Of course I do. Let's have a deal. One chance. If you win, then we'll swap first and last place. How about it? You up for it? She fell for it. A chance for an upset that wouldn't be possible without goading her into it. One chance, you say? Let me hear the rules. Mion discarded 2 cards from her hand and replaced one with the Joker card that was on the table, then shuffled the resulting hand behind her back. The card in my right or the card in my left. If Kei-chan guesses which hand is the Joker's in, then he wins. When you turned around just now, you didn't pull out the Joker, did you? If you lose, I'll show the card in the other hand. That okay? The other 3 gulped nervously at the unexpected turn of events. Alright, you got it. Mion grasped the card in each hand and thrust them out at me. First I needed to inspect them closely. The card on the right had no distinguishing marks. I couldn't tell which one it was. Which one, I wonder? Keiichi-kun, be careful. Yeah, of course, this is my chance for a big comeback. Looking closely at the card on the left, I saw a little wear. It wasn't one I hadn't seen before. Oh wait, was that a bad idea? I shouldn't have gotten burger, should I? With the lettuce condition like right now? I shouldn't have gotten lettuce at least. Yabe. Riel to be bedridden for the next 2 weeks. Yabai. I forgot. I don't think it's gonna help, but from the second burger, I'll try to remove the lettuce. Is it clear now? Are we in the clear? If you got it, I got it. For parasite maxing, okay. That's mainly a South Mapleland thing, though. Yeah, but there have been increased cases here too, I believe. Anyway, I'm gonna heat up the second one because it was a little cold. So I'll be back in like 2 minutes. BRB. Tadaima. Okay. 뜨거워. Warmed it up for 30 seconds and it's hotter than I expected. Looking closely at the card on the left, I saw a little wear. It wasn't the one I had seen before. That card is... The parasites got cooked, so we're eating good. I didn't- oh wait, that's Satoko saying. That card is- I didn't let that bit from Satoko slip by me. Meow Clucker Tongue. I didn't recognize a mark on the left card from the small number that I had memorized. Didn't know what the left card was, but I could tell from Satoko's reaction that the card had already appeared during the game. Since it had already appeared before, it meant that it definitely wasn't the Joker. Oh, Kei-chan thinks it's this one, right? Will you choose that one then? Will you? The left card definitely wasn't the Joker. If I could trust that theory, then I should have been able to declare that the card on the right was the Joker. Even without Mion's taunting, the one on the right was the most suspicious. But wasn't it a bit too rash to decide based solely on Satoko's reaction? More carefully. Ah, I remember now. That mark, the left card, no doubt about it. The 7 of clubs. It's the 7 of clubs, I see. I won. The card on the left was 7 of clubs. So that meant the card on the right was a joker. And then just before my hand touched the right card, I froze. I would expect no less from you. There was a wave of murmurs amongst the onlookers at my sudden halt right before I confirmed the right card was the joker. Huh? What could Keiichi-san possibly be saying? I mean, the left one is. Shh. Ooh. What makes you so certain that the right one isn't the joker, Keiichi? Mion let loose an unexpected question. Everyone else was baffled. I don't know what the card on the right could be, but I know that the one on the left is a 7 of clubs. Sorry, I hit my mic stand. And doesn't that leave the right one as a joker? One of them has to be the joker, right? Yeah, one of those is a joker, right? Keiichi has a good intuition. Huh? Rika-chan, what do you mean by? So basically, the 7 of clubs, I discarded that by matching it with Satoko's 7 of spades earlier. Everyone's attention snapped to the discarded pile at the same time. The truth of the matter couldn't be discerned from that sloppy pile. So that means Mion pocketed one of the discarded cards and aligned it over the left card, and that means... I see, I get it. The left card is being disguised as the 7 of clubs, right? It was the first time since the start of the match that a shadow ran across Mion's expression, and I didn't let that slip by. And with a grand flourish, I declared it loudly. The joker is the left one! It was an intense moment. 1 second felt like an eternity for everyone there. Breaking that silence, the first one to speak was Mion. Being the first president of this club I've been witness to a variety of performances. Keiichi, yours is the best. Best of the best of the best. That was probably the greatest compliment Mion could give. Mion accepted her defeat, dropping cards from both ends. My comeback victory! Gee, Rika-chan seems like such a good girl. She couldn't possibly be a homicidal maniac either, too, right? Placed her hand on my head and began petting it, congratulating me on my big victory. Huh? Rika-chan is? Rena and Satoko gaped at us as if they had seen a ghost. What is it, Rena? It's not as if I cheated or anything, right? This is fair and square. Rika only pats someone on the head to console them. Huh? What's the meaning of this? At that moment, Rena let out a small shriek. Keiichi-kun, this is how it was. You know, Keiichi-chan, I thought you'd read into it that far. Everyone froze. Notices me. It was a gamble. If you had just jumped to the conclusion like a little brat, then I would have lost. It was the answer everyone was certain about. Mion picked up the card from the losing hand. Kei-chan, you know, you should take pride in this loss. She turned it around. That was the card proclaimed the victor of this duel. The card under the 7 of clubs. Unbelievable. It was the 2 of diamonds. It was the setup behind the setup. If I just picked the right one without reading so deeply into it. Murder in this wholesome H game? No H in this game. I, Sonozaki Mion, as a club president, do accept Keiichi, Maibara Keiichi's membership into our club. As I slumped to my knees, dazed, everybody let out a round of applause for the excellent effort I gave despite my defeat. The match is now over. Today's victor is me, Sonozaki Mion, and our exalted loser is Maibara Keiichi. Everyone made a commotion, applauding cheerfully. I felt I was bested, but I was so soundly beaten that it unexpectedly felt rather refreshing. Then Mi-chan pulled that little trick behind her back. I got excited thinking she's going to do it again. When Keiichi-san stopped a moment before touching the correct card, I thought he fell for it. He fell for it quite handily. Huh? Hey, wait. All of them knew from the start, and still got so excited so earnestly. Everyone got excited to make it more fun. You're all demons, you monsters! Now then, Kei-chan, it's time for your penalty. Since it's your first day participating, I'll go easy, okay? It'll be a problem if you refuse to come to school. The other 3 members held down my arms and shoulders firmly. Mion approached, licking her lips. Her right hand went to pull something out of her pocket. That's a felt tip marker and it's large and oil-based. Okay, here we go. She took the cap off the marker and brought it slowly up to my face while I was immobilized. No! I let out my death throes. As soon as the club activities were finished, Rena flew off, probably so she could dig out that cute Colonel Sanders that she wasn't able to take home yesterday. So today it was just Mion and me walking home together, a rather rare occurrence. A mountain of treasure, huh? The guys throwing it away probably never thought it in their wildest dreams that Rena would be grateful to them. Mountain of treasure meaning the damn construction site from before. Alright, Mion would probably tell me. The murder by dismemberment that seemed to have happened there. Is Mion a normie girl who would talk about this kind of thing? Over there, you know, at the damn construction site. Did something happen there? Long ago? Something sure did, a grand battle. There were sit-ins and demonstrations. It was a bit different from what I wanted to hear. But I decided I'd just listen just the same. It was our land that was going to be sunk into the damn reservoir. I would have fought as well, probably. The government guys were really adamant about it, acting all big and full of themselves. Since they figured out they couldn't settle it with money, they did a bunch of nasty stuff. They're nasty guys. Mion spoke so excitedly as if the whole thing was happening right in front of her. I'm amazed you guys won. You were facing the federal government, right? The mayor and prominent figures in the village all signed petitions. They went to Tokyo and struck deals with the legislators, and as a result, the development plan was retracted. It was our complete victory. There wasn't any violence, was there? Like assaults or murders? None. She promptly cut me off. Same as Rena had. Her words signaled the end of the discussion. Tomitoke-san said one arm wasn't found in the incident. I thought that a murder by dismemberment had occurred, but I guess I was wrong. My curiosity unsated, I sighed dejectedly inside. Later, see you tomorrow. Katie-chan, you can't watch this stuff off until we get home, got it? Got it, I won't. Mion held back her laughter while stealing glances at my face. Wonder what kind of nasty doodles they drew. Back before the age of smartphones. Damn you, Mion, you shall rue this day. If our roles are ever reversed, I'm going to slop it on. All over your face so you won't be able to take it off even with a scouring pad. Upon arriving home, I ran straight into my mom, embarrassing myself yet again. The mood I'd come home to was already on edge. Oh yeah, time to change the mic back. Not an uncommon thing in our family. Whenever Dad can't come up with a good idea, it always ends up like this. He stomps around the house with his arms crossed. Mom whispered into my ear, "Oh, come on, Keiichi. Dad, he's in a bit of a rut right now, so don't bother him, okay?" Can't come up with a new idea? Because the deadlines are so close together this time. Your dad needs time to recharge or he doesn't work as well. Dad's paintings feed our entire family. If he runs out of ideas, then it's the end of the Maibaras. We've never gone hungry before. Could it be that my dad is a master painter? Wouldn't it be easier to get an idea taking a walk outside rather than wandering around the house? The theme of the piece this time is in the household. But it seems your dad wants to use this house as a motif. It's quite a bothersome motif. Keiichi, pick up your room, it looks terrible. Sorry, I'll clean it up later. Oh, come on, please don't use my room as a motif. Keiichi, there's still some time before dinner, so please go take a walk out back or something. His bad mood is only temporary. As soon as he gets an idea, his mood improves and he starts humming. Until then, it wouldn't be a bad idea to just go take a walk so I don't aggravate him any farther. Well, I guess I will then. I said I was going to take a walk, but I didn't have any particular destinations in mind. I just needed to kill some time. Got on my bike and pondered where to go. I could just go read at the bookstore, but it would take about an hour by bike to get to town. It'd be dark by the time I got back, so I didn't want to go unless I had to. The roads at night here in Hinamizawa creep me out. If Mion and Satoko ever found out about that. I smiled wryly. Oh yeah, Rena was probably still at the Mountain of Treasure, the dam construction site. The excavation of Colonel Sanders was probably taking her a while. Wouldn't be so bad to have her owe me one. We might return the favor next time we have club activities. With a little bit of self-interest in mind, I set off towards the dam construction site. Tomitoki-san might be there as well. The only person with information about the incident that both Rena and Mion denied knowing anything about. If I met him again, I'd like to ask for more details. To ask, was there really a dismemberment here in Hinamizawa? That's my real intention. I spotted Rena struggling up on the slope of the garbage pile. It looked like Colonel Sanders was lodged in there pretty firmly. It didn't look like Rena would be able to excavate him by herself. Realizing that Tomitake-san wasn't around, I began climbing up the slope unsteadily. Hey Rena, looks like you're working up a sweat. Whoa, Keiichi-kun. Ugu! What brings you to a place like this? A place like this, huh? I see. She was aware of it, at least. I received a signal for emergency assistance at the accident site. Where's the injured party? Accident? But there was a report. Colonel Sanders was buried alive in a trash pile. Ugu, am I kawaii? Oh, that. You scared me. Don't frighten me like that, Keiichi-kun. I was just kidding. I thought you might be struggling by yourself, so I came to help you out. Eh, you came for me. Specifically, yes. How? Well, I filled my quota for today. If I don't see Rena blush at least once a day, then I'm not getting my daily required nutritional intake. Just kidding, you're embarrassing me now. Oh, huh? What part was a joke? What part was it? I just ignored her bewilderment. Okay, now move out of the way. So where is Colonel Sanders? Sorry. Can't you see him in that gap? He's really buried in there. Colonel Sanders was sadly surrounded by boards and other construction materials, like they were caging him inside. According to Rena, it wasn't like this yesterday. Seems as though another illegal dumper came yesterday, dumped again, and now he's buried like this. Trying to move this pile all by yourself? With those scrawny arms? No way she would be able to do that with her slender arms. But Colonel Sanders, so cute. There's a chain on Colonel Sanders at the store. This one though, I should be able to take this one home. Ha! If Rena gave up on this Colonel Sanders, she'll probably start devising a plan to steal the one in front of the store. As Rena's guardian, I won't allow her to sully her hands with crime. Out of the way, I'll do it. Rena blushed again, but this time I left it alone. The pile was enormous. Also, the more days we wasted, the more likely another illegal dumping would occur. If it got buried any deeper, there would be nothing that could be done. H-kun, I'll help too, let me help. Just get in the way, so stay back. Pulling out scraps, bending them, tossing them aside, I quickly became covered in sweat and dust. Flying objects drew beautiful arcs across the twilight sky, one after another. Lumber, timber, plywood. Damn it, no matter how much I threw out, there was still more. Even though I could see Colin Sanders right there. After grandstanding like that in front of Rena, I felt frantic because of how little I'd progressed. If I was going to do this seriously, I'd need an axe or saw or something. That's enough, H-kun, you're so sweaty. You don't have to try so hard. I'm just doing it for you, Rena. How late am I in this? Is this early game or mid game? We are about 3 hours in, maybe? 4 hours? 3 to 4 hours in. I mean, we gotta be a tryhard in front of a girl we like. Just a thing you have to do. Don't worry about it. Rena began sputtering and turned beet red. I meant to say I was trying my best so as to keep her from becoming a criminal. Oh well. I guess I just need a break. This is pretty tough. I sprawled on my back on the grassy slope. I'm so sorry, you're covered in sweat. Rena patted her handkerchief against my forehead. It felt pretty nice. Well, wait here a minute, okay? My house is pretty close. I'll bring you some barley tea, okay? Mugicha. Leaving the handkerchief on my forehead, Rena took off running. The cries of the Higurashi gently cooled the air. After I was certain that Rena was gone, I picked myself up and headed towards what I discovered earlier. It was a garbage pile of magazines and newspapers bound up in twine. Unless I'm mistaken, I believe it was around here. There it was. There were bound stacks of not so reputable tabloids. They were stacked chronologically, going back quite a few years. It was quite a disturbing incident. Seems they haven't been able to find one of the arms you see. If it was just as Tomitake-san said, then undoubtedly it would be mentioned. There would be mention of the murder. These are troubled times. There's no end to these sickening incidents. There's a large part of society drawn in by these incidents as well, so it had to be recorded somewhere. I unfastened the packages and opened the rain-soaked pages carefully, looking over the table of contents. Not here. Next one. Not here. Next one. It was hard to search since I didn't know when it happened. I didn't know who the perpetrator or the victim was either. I only knew it had happened here. I looked up every so often, checking to see if Rena had come back or not. I wouldn't want her to see me gawking at a dirty magazine, but it wasn't just that. Plus, Rena and Mion said they didn't know. But it had happened without a doubt. As long as Tomitake-san wasn't lying. And if both Rena and Mion... Yeah, there was. If they had just said that, then I wouldn't have gotten so hung up on it. An incident that neither Rena nor Mion wished to talk about. Trying to uncover it after they tried to conceal it out of good intentions, that made me feel like I was acting against my friends. Hinamizawa Dam worker lynching, murder by dismemberment. Here it is. The featured article was in the back, and it seemed that there was a photograph of in the colored pages at the front. The pages of the featured article were stuck together and weren't easy to open. Rena could return at any moment. Feeling rushed, I gave up and opened the photograph page. Police investigators were carrying a body bag and newspaper reporters were all bathing in it in camera flashes. The image was blurry and hard to understand, but I could definitely make out the headlines. A tragic nightmare at Hinamizawa construction site, lynching and murder dismemberment. The victim was a site foreman. He had assaulted his assailants daily with an explosive backlash from his daily actions. It's a horrible image to see site foreman as happened. It really did happen. It seemed the details were on the next page. I turned the page without pausing, looking for Rena. On it was... The assailants butchered the victim's body with hatchets and pickaxes, and used an axe to split the cadaver into 6 pieces: the head, arms, legs, and torso. I could understand just from the headline that it was just too terrible an incident. Normally a lynching is just an assault and murder, right? Dismemberment with hatchet and pickaxes? That wasn't a lynching. It was a merciless killing to the letter, a brutal murder done by a group of people with hatchets, with pickaxes, with an axe. Ah! Sorry. Did I startle you? Did I startle you? Rena dropped the axe she was holding onto the grass after being startled by my voice. Paige, can you see? Earlier you said it would help if you had an axe, didn't you? So then I brought an axe for you from the shed. Rena fluttered her arms in a panic, continuing to explain and apologize. Seeing I've been glaring at her pretty intently. Sorry, I guess my reaction was a bit overboard. No, I'm sorry as well, I'm sorry. Night was drawing close. I was pretty worn out, it wouldn't hurt to do the rest tomorrow. Doesn't look like we can break that last beam without an axe. You brought it after all. I'll have to borrow it tomorrow, alright? Okay. Why do you look so glum? Tomorrow we'll be digging out Colonel Sanders, right? You're right. She saw that we were reading the article. I really want to take Colonel Sanders home soon. We both knew that it was useless to apologize any more than that. I quenched my thirst with the barley tea Rena brought and wiped off the sweat that had now gone cold. We took the path to head home. I felt quite guilty about the tablet wrapped up in my jacket. Hey, looks like the story is finally getting interesting. But it is 3:22 p.m. I mean a.m. So we will call it there for now. More to come next week. Now that we're done with Blasphemous, and it's off my hard drive, next Friday will be fully dedicated to Higurashi. Oh boy, 3M burger! I already had it. I already finished it. No more. It's all gone. Anyway, thank you again, everyone. Thank you, Kung Fu, for your 30th month of membership, and thank you, Infinity K, for the 500 bits, and thank you, everyone, for coming to see the stream. I'll see you tomorrow during the Final Fantasy XIV stream, where we will finish update 7.3. Thanks for stream. Thanks for coming, Riva. Timbus Riva, PS Riva, Ryan Riva. Bye, everyone.